You're getting a look at the most famous building in Foxborough. Opened in 2002, it's Gillette Stadium. Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're off from Foxborough. This one's going to be a return from deep in the end zone. Declines the touchback, Brock, and they make him pay in a big way. He's tackled before he can get to the 20. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Go!
On play action, here's May. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. And the Chiefs force the turnover on the first series of this game. Well, Brock, I highly doubt all the plays will go as well as that one, but this coverage starts off the game with a major W.
That's all you could ask for right there. You come out so focused, so dialed into your game plan. You start this game strong, and you quickly throw a wrench into their opening script on the other side. That starts to play head games, and it certainly gives your defense a ton of confidence.
Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
It's Pacheco on 3rd. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Pacheco takes this the wrong way. That's a loss all the way back to the 5. Working quickly here. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now it'll be 3rd and goal. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything.
Touchdown, Kansas City! So a touchdown on the board for him, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Sanders all set to send it away. Choosing to bring it out deep in the end zone. He gets popped quickly. Not a nice feeling or a nice return.
Ready
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60. Come 19, come 19. 19 Lion. Hup.
Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Excellent pickup to move the chains, 36 yards in the end.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Reload. Check out.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he works this to the 38 before going down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
That's another Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Go.
Going play action, May. Flushed out of the pocket. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Check, check. Alert, alert. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready, ready.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Etienne on 3rd down. And again, they stalled him out at the line. He couldn't get it.
Hup, go.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Go.
Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards.
Field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
He fields it from the 8. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. A counter give here to Pacheco. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. He lets one fly deep downfield. Wide open downfield. Got it! Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs get 6 more on their early advantage. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs drive their lead to 11. Sanders all set to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Chiefs are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. The pass falls incomplete, but was there a reason for it? We see a flag out there. So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag.
Yellow. Hey, 43, 15.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Pride connected with Xavier Worthy there. So now it's 2nd and long.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Easy.
Here's Mahomes. This one falls incomplete. That one intended for Trey McBride. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. And not a lot of cover guys who can match up with him in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
3rd and long for him here. He's trying to push the field. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Christian Gonzalez has it.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
Cougar 19. Warrior 70. Ready.
1st down throw for May. He'll check this one down, complete to the fullback. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. The tackle there by Daniil Hunter. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Ready. Big alert.
They go right back to Etienne. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
And the Patriots, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
60 Maverick. Check go.
To the air on 1st down, May. Connection made, Travis Etienne. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
18 more yards. That's another Patriots 1st down.
So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. It's a two-score game early. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Patriots football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Now he'll throw off the play fake. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up 2nd down.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
ETN again. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Just 1 yard there. Now a tough call to make on 4th and short inside of field goal range.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
43! 43!
Motioning one of the tight ends. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He finds the rookie from Ohio State. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 32 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop him behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Now it's Mahomes. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. And the next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Third down, it's Mahomes. On the move, headed right. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Patriots will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
May on 1st and 10. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he turnover. The defense forces the big play. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
There is no thought needed from him. He has been doing this so long, dating back to college and high school. Those instincts, they come at you with a capital I. Identify that run, fire downhill, and get home in the backfield before that play could get started.
Hero 15. Color. Side.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yellow. I don't need to.
Throwing is Mahomes. To the sideline and brought in Worthy. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Aubrey puts it through. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
From his own end zone, here we go. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Come on. Set.
They go play action here. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Out of the gun, a give to ETN. Works it past the 20. Gets up the edge to the 35. 40. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's a New England 1st down. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Gillette. The Patriots with the football. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now.
May now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here's ETN on first down. And he'll have it down to almost the 10-yard line. Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun, here's May. He's got it! And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there. They find 7 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. First and goal, now 5 yards tougher after that penalty.
Let's go. Check go.
Running it after the penalty. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. He gets him 3, and this brings up 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. They're going play action. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Brian Branch has it. He's at midfield. The 30. The 10. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Mustang 19. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Now May coming off that pick. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Chiefs are stopped on that return, so that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half.
Joey Sly to kick off for the Patriots.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Kickoff taken at the 3. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half, and that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Mahomes on 1st and 10. He's got him. That's McBride. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Second down run by Pacheco. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
First and 10, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Some guys, you just have to account for them, especially middle linebackers. I remember Ray Lewis, Brian Urlacher, it just felt like their presence took up the entire field. And this linebacker today, well, he had the interception earlier, a sack right now. You've got to start figuring out a plan for him, or he will take over this game.
Another try following the sack. Hauled in by Worthy. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he's going nowhere there. Add that to what's been a tough afternoon for him. Pickup of 0 on the play. That leaves them with 4th and 6. Kansas City sends out its punt team. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. And the punt team gets to this one at the 17-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Offense up to the line fast.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
From the 19. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Ready, 79 Bronco. Ready.
From the gun, it's May. ETN on the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 30. And the Patriots, first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Here we go, here we go. Buffalo 18. Dragon 60. Hup.
Back to the air, it's May. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
That's good for a Patriots first down.
70 Lions.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Check go.
To the air yet again, May has his man, it's a Dunze. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
All right, here we go, second down.
70. Panther 60. Panther 60. Panther 11. Panther 11. Go.
To throw, here's May. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he has the New England touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Patriots make it an 11-point ball game. All set for the kickoff, Sly with the honors. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a first and 10.
Yellow. Right hand.
Play action, Mahomes. They left him wide open. It's complete. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Yellow. Right hand.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Cut near the goal line. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with the touchdown.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs push their lead to 18.
Patriots 13. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. This one's going to be a return from deep in the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Going play action, May. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say
Ain't no way, dog.
Defensive coaches in the NFL all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
On play action, here's May. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Full extension, and he brings it in. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play.
Come on, set.
They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Working quickly here.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a carry by ETN. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Patriots 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
May on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now it's 2nd down.
Here we go, set. Hawk 70. Come 19. Lion.
May now. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Let's go now. Set go.
Now a give. It's ETN headed left. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's another Patriots.
Hey.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Let's go.
Here's the pistol snap to May. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. And the Chiefs get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Running right is Pacheco. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
On target to Worthy. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Yellow.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal.
Yellow.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal.
Yellow.
Receiver in motion, headed right. Touchdown, Kansas City! Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Sanders all set to send it away. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
65, Jack. 65, go. Warrior 70. Hut, hut.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's out of bounds, just a step short of the 40. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. From the 39 now, after that explosive start to this drive. 1st down throw for May. Headed out right. Now here he goes. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
2nd and 3 now.
Set.
Man in motion, out of the slot.
18, Pioneer. 60, Maverick. 60, Maverick. Ready.
From the 46. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Roma Dunze, the intended receiver. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
3 yards to go.
Ready, ready. And up.
May now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it.
Ready, break. Here we go, here we go. Hey, smash.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Seven Pirates, 70 rings, 70 rings. Cut.
Desperation time here on 4th. Caught, nice gain left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. Check go.
Operating from the gun, here's May. Ooh, someone got a hand on that one downfield, but he still makes the catch.
Gotta give me something, dog. God damn, bro.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Ready. Go.
ETN will take it in. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots putting up points in a game decided. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft it and try to stick him deep. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow, yellow.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. His charge towards the line, it's right around 3 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
It is caught left side. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. New set of downs for him from the 46. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Hauled in by Worthy. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Broke through the tackle. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run.
It just feels like any time this guy touches the ball, it's a big play waiting to happen. He can be lined up wide or when they use him as a runner. If someone doesn't get a hand on him quick, he's gone.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. They'll run now with Pacheco. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
A flag's down as he
Okay.
looks like this one's on
Okay.
offense. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. After the penalty, 3rd and a yard coming up. They'll run here following the penalty. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Officials signaling for a timeout, and with 5 seconds remaining, just one last play left in this one.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Has it at the 7. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Chiefs, as with that, we'll sign off from New England.